Hi everyone, I'm back. I just wanted to say hi and just make a really quick video. I'm gonna do, well, not a quick video, I guess. I'm not sure how long this is gonna go, but we'll try and keep it sort of condensed because I know I can kind of ramble on a little bit. But you may notice that my background is new. Matt and I just moved into a new house about a week ago. We're still sort of in the process of getting things all settled. I'm not going to show you my room because it's kind of a mess right now. I don't even know if you can tell, but yeah, that's my bed right there, and yeah, we didn't paint the walls or anything. It just looked like that when we came. So yeah, so I'm going to talk about foundation in this video. I'm going to do part 1 is going to be my liquid foundation, part 2 is going to be my powder foundation / setting powder, so if you're interested in watching that, stay tuned. Okay, so this is my second time trying to film this. I went a little bit over last time, so I'm going to try and kind of like condense my rambling about each product and just kind of quickly do this. I'm going to be talking about liquid foundation in this video, and I'm hoping to do a follow-up video to this with my pressed powders and my setting powders that I use, just to give you kind of like a better idea of the foundations I've tried and what's out there and how much things cost and all that stuff. I don't remember exact prices. It says like when I bought them and if the price tags are still on them, but let's give kind of like a rough estimate. So yeah, I guess we'll start off with the lightest coverage that I have, which are the tinted moisturizers, and I have 2. Let's see. This one is Neutrogena Healthy Skin Enhancer. It is in the shade Ivory to Fair, shade 10. And that's what it looks like. One of the things that I really like about it is that it has this little pump inside, and when you pump it, the little plunger, I guess, like moves up, so you're not wasting any of the product, so you're gonna get your money's worth. And this is probably around like $10. I actually think they're about the same price, $10 to $12 at Meijer. And you get the same amount of product, which is 1 fluid ounce for each of them. So yeah, these are in the shade Ivory to Fair, both of them, but I'm going to show you kind of like a comparison and just for your own kind of information. They're about $10, the sheer coverage. I usually just use my fingers to apply it. I just kind of like pump it like this. And then I just kind of like rub it in like that. That's the color of it. And yeah, I would say it matches my skin pretty well. It's a little bit streaky, but it's something I can't handle. And once you apply setting powder, it's fine. You could apply this with a brush like this, or a skunk brush like this one. I just use my fingers just because it's easier. So yeah. One of the cons about this product is that it can get like stuck in here in the little pump, and it comes out and it's like kind of chunky, so that's the only thing I don't really like about it. And I would say that this is good for normal, combination, or dry skin. It's only good for oily skin if you have a good setting powder with it, because it can be kind of oily, so you might have to blot throughout the day. So just for your information about that. The next thing I'm going to talk about is the Physicians Wear Healthy Formula, or Healthy Wear Physicians Formula tinted moisturizer, and this is what it looks like. It's in really cute little packaging. I like the colors. It's got a pump too, and I'm going to pump out a little bit, I guess. You only need a little bit of this stuff because a little bit goes a long way, I find. That is probably as much as I'm going to need. So yeah, this is about the same price. It's, again, $10 to $12. This is in the shade Ivory to Fair also, but that is what this one looks like. The one on the top is the Neutrogena one, and the one on the bottom, the orange kind of stripe, is the Physicians Formula one. And there's kind of like a shadow, but there's nothing I can do about that. I would say that the Physicians Formula one is super oily. It's like super greasy. It kind of has like a weird sunscreen smell that I'm not super fond of. Ooh, yuck. And I don't know if you can hear Matt yelling at our cat, but yeah, it's just really oily looking, and I feel like when I put it on, I feel like I just put grease all over my face. I don't really like it. I do use it with this to set, and I like the effect that it gives, but on its own, I just, yuck. It does have SPF 50, which is great, but aside from that, I don't really think that I like it that much. I would say it's probably best for dry skin, just because if you have oily skin or combination skin, you're gonna get like a big, it's gonna be really oily looking on your skin. So just for your information about that. Matt is like chasing her cat around. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna talk about is the Maybelline Pure Makeup, which looks like this. And this was about $6 at Meijer. This stuff is supposed to be oil free, and it's just got color and water is what it bills itself as. So it comes in like a squeeze tube, which is really good because it's super hygienic. And this is in the shade Porcelain Ivory, and I would say it's a really good match for me. This is, I would say, like more medium coverage, and that's what it looks like. And it's really good for oily skin, so if you have oily skin, I would definitely tell you to look into this product. Let's see. The coverage, like I said, is medium. The method I use to apply is usually my fingers, or you could use, I've used this like a skunk brush with it and just stipple it on, kind of. Or you could use the flat top brush, which I think would be okay too. Pretty much whatever you do, it's gonna look good. It can give you like dry patches around here if you have dry skin, so I wouldn't say it's good for people with dry skin. But other than that, if you have oily combination skin, I'd say it's really good. Make sure you like use a moisturizer beforehand if you have dry skin and you don't have any patches, because it's gonna cling to your dry patches. But yeah, overall I really like it. It's 1 fluid ounce, so it's the same amount of product as this. So just for your information, yep, that's pretty much it. I really like this stuff. I would highly recommend it if you have oily skin. So, the next thing I'm going to talk about is the Dream Liquid Mousse. This is what it looks like. It's got a little pump, and you can twist it and turn it on, and twist it and turn it off. I'll just show you what it looks like. You only need a little bit of this, and this goes a long way too. It does get kind of chunky, like up by the pump up here, but it looks really nice when you rub it in. It can get a little bit oily. That's what it looks like. And that's in the color Porcelain Ivory, and it's supposed to give you an airbrush finish. Yeah, I like it. I wouldn't say that it's great for oily skin, but if you set it, it's okay. It's not my favorite one of this line. This is about $9 at Walmart. But yeah, I have used other things in this line, and that one I would have to say is not my favorite thing. It can get a little bit oily, and it does kind of cling to dry patches, so you'll have to use a setting powder if you have combination oily skin. This is my makeup wipe that I'm using, and it's like, oh, yucky. I'm also going to talk about the Dream Matte Mousse from this range and the Dream Smooth Mousse. I like the Dream Smooth Mousse. I've only used it one time. My sister had it and I borrowed it, and I really liked it. It's a cream foundation. I would say it's okay for oily skin. I set it with this powder. Again, I really like this powder. If you're thinking about getting a setting powder, I would try this one. That's what it looks like. It kind of swivels open and you get like a puff, but I never use the puff. I just, oh, in a mirror so you can see yourself. I never use the puff. I usually just use this flat top brush. When I apply it, swirl it, and kind of, I have it on today, so, but it gives a really nice matte finish. So if you have kind of like an oily foundation, you can set it with this. So yeah, sorry if I'm not looking at the camera. I'm looking like behind it so I can see myself, but Sorry. Okay, so anyways, the Dream Smooth Mousse, I really liked it. I would probably purchase it. It's kind of expensive and you don't get that much product. But overall, I really liked it. I would probably purchase it just to try it again for myself. I do really like the Dream Matte Mousse though. I used it when I was in high school, and I don't know, it just leaves my skin looking really good and it doesn't get super cakey. I mean, it can get cakey if you have like really serious dry patches, but other than that, I mean, it's good for oily skin, it's good for combination skin, I would say. And you don't need to use a setting powder with it, which is nice because it's a matte foundation. The last foundation I'm going to talk about is the Superstay Silky foundation. This is, I would say, like a heavy coverage. It's kind of a mess. That's something I don't really like about it, is you have to be careful of like the pump because it can get like messy, but when you squirt it out, it comes out like with two different products. Like there's a foundation side and then there's like a, what do they call it? Silky coverage extender. And you rub them in and it's like super, super thick. I don't know if you can tell by the way that looks, but yeah. And it dries pretty quickly too. And that's what it looks like. I really like this stuff. I used it when I was in England, and I would say that it does definitely last all day. It doesn't get super oily. I mean, I might have had to blot a little bit, but yeah, I really liked it. I used a setting powder with it, definitely, just to kind of prolong the lasting power, but overall I would say that's a really good foundation. It was my favorite one. It was like my holy grail foundation for a while, but it is a heavy coverage. I don't really like to wear that much makeup on a daily basis, but for special occasions it looks really nice. I don't think it has any SPF in it, which is good because it would take nice pictures, I would think. But yeah. Most of these products are Maybelline, which I guess I really have a thing for. So, but yeah, that was pretty much it for my foundation video. Hopefully you'll stay tuned and watch my pressed powder, setting powder, loose powder foundation video. I will talk to you guys later. Bye!